Hello, how are you all?
Hi, Mr. Rajiv Hussain.
How's the day?
So far, so good. How's yours?
Yes. Okay. I think you have a bit hard time the day before. Is it? What's the
Your
situation?
voice is so low. Stopping.
Now it's
Yeah,
clear.
Yeah, it's good.
we also, I also found the broken your voice.
Uh, Now it's okay, or it still is broken.
Now it's
Now it's
okay.
good.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Before we start, let me clarify some of the points to you. Listen, uh, I do understand this is your first class in cybersecurity, and this topic is actually Greek to many of you. It's fact. I do understand. But what you need to understand is that this is the most highest paid job, and in reality, this is the one of the easiest job. I'm telling you time and again, telling you time and again that this is one of the easiest job, easiest things to understand. Because maybe some of the theory part, it always seems very tricky. Okay, oh my, there are a lot of things. Actually, not. Cybersecurity is actually maximum cybersecurity job is actually lab based. I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, what happens with the cybersecurity? I would like to show you a hacking trick. Okay, yesterday, but for some reasons my hacking machine didn't work. Okay, just I'm showing you a tool that how we can actually hack in a real life scenario. So for example, see there is a file that is hacker. Okay, so what happens? This is an actually normal file. Okay, hacker.gpg. Correct. So I can actually hide my viruses here. Okay? So by clicking this link, it will allow me to access in my computer. So this thing may seem very simple to you or may very difficult to you. Oh, is that easy? Yes, it's that easy. Just opening a file, you just give me access to your machine. How is that? So let's go to the Kali machine. So this is the another interface of our Kali Linux. Okay, this is the application tool, the installation process, everything I'll teach you line by line how to do this. These are actually some set of process or methods that you'll follow will assist you with number of classes, with number of PowerPoint slides. Let me show you a demo. Maybe many of you are actually thinking, oh my God, it's so tough topic. How I can really cope up with this thing? But in reality, it's actually not. So when you will have the access to my courses, okay? So whatever I'll do, I'll give you my Google Drive access. So here you'll get all the recorded courses. Okay? Uh, okay. So all the videos of mine will be shown here. You'll see the recorded videos. Also, we have a YouTube channel of this Muslim organization. Uh, why, there will be a lot of helping and another videos. Sorry. So what will I'm going to show that there will be number of videos, PowerPoint slides, lot of things, and then all of these things will be used to assist you for this thing. For example, see the PowerPoint slides I have shown you yesterday. So like this, and there will be a question and answer session. Everything is a very systematic way, okay? And you don't need to bother about so much of things. You don't need to bother about so much of it. Things are so systematic, and we will show you line by line, and the slides are prepared in such a way that that's good. See, I have taken actual screenshot of the program. Okay, actual screenshot of the program, so that if you miss a single point, you can really recollect your memories, and you will not have any difficulties to use these tools once and again. Because there will be a lot of commands, but I assure you, it's one of the easiest issues. Because just see, only one or two words that makes sense, that actually has the entire system. And that's why it's one of the highest paid job. But the thing is that you need to know this. See, the PW, present working directory, just these three letters. Okay, just only these three letters. They pick a lot of things. Okay, so and also I'll be uploading a number of things in the drives. So there will be your video recordings. There will be a question and answer session. I'll ask you number of questions that will be answered here. The important questions usually. There will be a number of assignments. The session will be very much interactive. Okay? For the sake of giving you the essence of cybersecurity, there are some. I will actually teach you some critical topics. Definitely, these are very critical topics. I do understand, but you have to also understand this thing, that these critical topics will be asked in the question and interview session, and I will aptly clear these things to you. Okay, our team is ready for this 7 month journey with you to make you ready for this cybersecurity. Any source of cybersecurity, any source. I repeat, any source of cybersecurity profession. Okay, any source of that means any source of. Okay? Except the engineering or analytical skill, you will be ready for anything. You will be dealt with number of interview sessions. Okay, uh, you'll be interacting with a number of uh, question and mock question and answer sessions. We'll give you number of labs, and internship session will be with you after you successfully complete the course. We show you some live targets, and let me assure you one thing: cloud is full of number of vulnerable machine and websites to practice your skill, and also you'll have real websites here to work with, like Google, Amazon, and so on. There will be a lot of websites. They just post their uh, immense software skill and schema to us, so that we can test, and if you can actually find their weakness, vulnerabilities, they will be able to give you monies. Okay, for there are a number of stages of problems, like P1, P2, P3. They said number of things. I think you actually converted with the thing or not, but let me show you how. So what happens in the bug? There is a thing called bug hunting. We will be learning this thing in the later stage, and there will be number of errors. Okay, P1, P2, P3, like this. So P1 is the topmost bugs. By finding the fault of a system, you can actually neutralize the entire software, like the any web browser, any web-based service. Like we are using Zoom version, we are using number of websites, lot of things that will be completely crashed. Okay, so for P2, maybe you will gain some access. Maybe for P3, there will be some lesser types of vulnerability, but each vulnerability costs you a very large number of USD. Okay, so it has both implications. You will be earning and you will be learning, and there is no harm, because in the world of cybersecurity there is a special word always added at the beginning, that is ethical hack. Okay, so what happens? they say that you will be learning with a lot of tools, but you cannot really test it in the with the real targets. That's true. But there are some platforms like Bugcrowd. Okay, I'm showing you some of the websites. Can you see my screen? Okay. Can you see my screen? Hello.
Yes.
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 We can.
So I'm showing you on one website, Bugcrowd. I see that. It's actually a testing website, right? Number of companies like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, lot of companies post their website link and anything here. Test. This is the what should I say? The hub of the hackers. Okay? Hacker will try to hack the sites, and they will find the problems inside the system. So if they can find, they will earn a lot of money. Okay? They'll, and also these tools, you see, the list of hackers, engagement. There's a lot of things. It's a very big community. You can also learn from them live hack. What you will do, you will be learning a lot of hacking issues. You'll test yourself here. Actual platform. And it is legal. It's legal. Okay. You'll not face any problem doing penetration testing here. Okay. So the world of hacking is very much open, very much robust, and very lucrative and attractive. Okay. It, at the beginning, first of all, you may seem okay. Oh, no, it's not, no, not the job for me. But I tell you from my experience, this is the right job for any person from any background. Let me cite some example from one of my colleagues. He's from business background. Okay, so now he's earning almost 19,000 USD as per the calculations. Okay, per month for acting as a system security officer in some PD bank. Okay, so but he's actually from a business background, but he's mastered the technique, and you will be also able to do that. Do not fear this thing. Very, very simple thing. And we'll be not teaching you coding and a lot of things. And I'll only teach you those skills that are very much necessary to you. Okay. So I will be not going to the very basic of computer science, lot of circuits and this and that. It's not actually like that. You need to know your tools. Like yeah, you are using the PowerPoints, you're using the Microsoft Word to do your typing and other things. The same thing for the hacking, there are some tools like I'm showing you. This is the Kali Linux. It's actually a different type of operating system, but this thing can actually do a lot of things for us. Okay? This is actually built for hacking. Okay? I'll show you one by one how to utilize this thing, and I show you earlier. See, this is a screenshot of the system. If you enroll in our courses, you'll receive these sorts of PowerPoint slides, the PDF files, question and answer session. So you'll be assisted. Okay. And I will also share my personal contact details, my WhatsApp pin, so that not only 2 days, you can contact with me 24 hours, anytime you face problems, you will be supported. Okay. EL Solution is committed that I am just quoting the word of my CEO. He said, and he quotes that our main target is if one person joins our course, we'll ensure that he gets the job. Okay, and that's our motto. So if 100, no problem. If 200, no problem, or even one, whatever maybe the person joins us, we'll ensure that you will be proficient enough, you will be smart enough to handle the job. Okay, we'll make you that proficient. We'll make you that proficient so that you will be able to gain the knowledge of a 10 years experienced cybersecurity expert. Okay, this course is actually planned in such a way, and we have developed this course in so many modules. Like you'll have forensics. Let me show you that. You'll have actually forensic. Forensic, I believe you understand what is forensic. Many times you come across this terminology because I'm also a forensic expert. I did my master's in forensic back in Dhaka University in Bangladesh. So, in reality, forensic is actually, you must have seen a lot of movies, web series of forensic. Somebody died. Okay. Uh, so now somebody dies. My drawing is very terrible. Please bear me with that. So somebody died. Okay. So we cut open his chest. So what is there? Is there any bullet or not? Is there any poisonous thing or not? Like so, the computer forensic is similar to that. For example, you're using your computers. Okay, so what happens? Suddenly you find that your screen is actually not working. It's still, it's very busy. You cannot access any sites. Okay, so like the previous example that I could not crack my web password. There were some issues because actually, since I develop viruses, so actually my computer is actually full of virus. Sometimes my own virus actually attacks me. That's the reality of an ML analyst. So, okay, and I will use that. So what happens that this PC sometimes it actually froze. You see nothing here. Okay. So what happens? You ask the expert what they do. They just extract. They bring out the hard disks of this PC. Okay. They bring out the hard disks of the PC. They examine. Okay. They examine the uh, hard disk. They examine the hard disk and they check whether there is any outsourced connectivity or not. But from outside, somebody from outside is trying to communicate with our system or not. Who is that? So they cut the communication channel between the hacker. This is the hacker, okay, and with us. Let me make it more clear to you. For example, here, for example, this is our hacker. This is our own computers. I call it me. Okay, this is me, and let me give it another. Okay. This is so. This is the hacker. Okay, so the hacker wants to attack my computers, and he already successfully gained and communication between me. So what the forensics do? They examine this very link, this very link between the hacker and okay, this link is being disrupted. That is the job of forensic. They find who is actually communicating with this service, myself, who is the hacker, and they destroy the link between the hacker and me. They just drop it. So that is the job of hackers, or the forensic experts. Okay. So far clear? Any difficulty understanding this thing, Madam Fatima? And there is someone to MGX. I'm not sure. Mr. Abu, did you understand the concept?
I have a bit of confusion. Can you please repeat that part?
Uh, okay, I'm telling you 1 second. For example, maybe this is our PC. Okay, this is actually our the blue one is our PC, our computers. Okay, so what happened? This red one is the hacker. So what happens in reality? Hackers actually establish a secret connection. You consider this error as a secret connection. They create a secret connection between me and the hacker server. So very continuously, they take information from me to the hacker site. Okay. So what the forensic experts do? The forensics expert actually stop, find out this, find out this link between the my PC and the hacker. This link, how he is actually communicating the system. Let me show you one uh, hacking codes, or what should I say, the malware program. Okay? Just a virus program. Don't be scared. I'm going to Kali Linux. So see, this is a hacking code. This is a code for hacking. I do understand that you will not understand a lot of things. Just I'm showing you the this is the code actually done for hacking. Okay, so I'm just showing you one line that actually establish connections between me and the hacker. Okay. See, there is an IP address. So what is the IP address? In a short notice, I'll be teaching you. So this is actually the ID, the identity of my hacker server. Okay. This is the address. This is called IPv4 address. What is IPv4? What is IPv6? These are the address. Like myself is Ahmed. Yourself is Mr. Madam Alima. Yourself, Mr. Akash. Yourself, Mr. Farooq. So you have your own name and your identity, right? The computers have their identity like this. They say their names like 192, 168.0.112. So they are actually machines. Through this ID, they communicate. Okay. There is also another issue that is called MAC, or MAC the MAC address. It's a MAC. In short, say machine access code. This is a very unique address. It is imprinted. Okay, this is imprinted in every device. It comes your laptop, it comes your cell phone, it comes with any device, any electronic gadget. It contains a machine access code and it is imprinted. Okay, let me show you an example from the webs. So, like Mac address, okay, and good example of this. See, in the picture, there is a machine access code. Every system, these very digits. Can you see the picture properly? Here, these pictures. Hello.
Yes, we can see
Yes.
it.
Yeah,
Every
we can see.
Thank you. Every system is actually a router. Every system, your PC also have these numbers. Okay, so this number is actually identical to you. So if I say Mr. Khaled, I will be addressing Mr. Khaled. If I say Mr. Ahmed, Imtiaz Ahmed, he will be Mr. Imtiaz Ahmed. If I say Mr. Madam Munia, it is Mr. Madam Munia. So that that word is actually describes you, correct? That is the essence of the machine access code. Is this point clear to you? That is machine access code or MAC address, we say. Because if somebody says to you MAC address, they actually wants to know your hardware ID. That what is your actually in our PCs also this thing is visible. Like if you type in uh, the system SYSTEM type system and you click here and you see there are no, number of information. What is my Windows version? How is actually designed? What is the? You see, there are a lot of things here. Okay, this is the name of my computer. This is a desktop name. This can be changed, but the machine access code that is a unique one. Okay, for some security reasons, I'm not showing you that because this is a very interesting and important number that it need not to be disclosed. But for the sake of your cyber security, I have to disclose it to the paid customers because it cannot be given access to everybody, right? So as my IP addresses. So the IP address, what is it? Let's learn this thing first.
You are showing something in what do you call terminal that IP and port was there. I think you did not finish that up. Like how you're actually connecting to that source from source to destination. What command you were using?
Okay, the commands for showing the connectivities and all these things.
No, so you shows like source IP and 192.68.0.112 and port was 50005. So
Okay,
this is your source port and source IP, right? So
okay,
or this is a destination port or whatever. So when you're targeting to the machine, right?
right.
Um, I see those command. What are the command you use? So how do you build or establish the connections from
Okay,
your machine to the other machine?
okay. That part I will be delivering in the later stage. Okay, I do understand because I only started teaching you the OSI model. The overall,
Okay.
okay, I'm telling you, let me finish first, Mr. Hassan. So what I'm actually doing that at first, I'm teaching you the OSI models. Okay. Now I'll be teaching the IP address first because I do understand there are a lot of experts in our groups. So maybe you have some previous ideas about how the IP, the machine access code, these things actually works, right? So let me show you how what is IP address, MAC address, and let the our other audience to understand these things fast. Then I'll show you step by step how we can achieve the connection between the computers. Okay, like I've these codes here. How this
Sounds
code.
good.
Okay, so if I
Yeah,
start
sound good. Thank you.
if I start narrating all those now, many one of you will just leave the course. Okay,
Oh, okay. No, no, no. This now just very. I'm just curious to know the command. That's all.
those curiosity will be uh, amply addressed later on of this course. Okay.
Okay.
Doing it for the very basic beginners. Okay. So
No problem. Go ahead.
as I told earlier, I hope that is okay with Mr. Hassan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's deal with the situation first with the IP address. What is actually IP address? How these things are actually prepared. Okay. So consider this is an IP address 192.168.1.254. Okay. So consider this is my IP address. Okay. Just actually this is the unavoidable issue and I need to show. So for example, in the your Windows command prompt, I'm not teaching you all the things just to show what is my IP address. IP P. So in your command shell, Windows, and you type CMD, then you'll find this command prompt. Okay. So after command prompt, you'll be directed to this console, right? So here you type ipconfig. Command is actually like this. IP config. So you type this thing, and after that you will be able to know your own IP address. It will show some digits to you. Okay. So what is that digit? It's kind of like these digits. Okay. In your Microsoft command channel, you just do this, and you will be able to see this thing. Because of the security reason, I am not doing it right now, because since it is a free session, number of people are actually not entitled or so that's why I'm not showing my own IP, and it's risky. Okay, that's for my own security and safety reason. So you'll be observing this kind of digits. 192.168 for somebody is 10.2.2. These 4 digits. So what are these digits? Okay, so these are actually a, uh, a decimal number, dotted decimal. We call it dotted decimal. What you call dotted? Dotted decimal. Call it dotted decimal. So this thing is called dotted decimal. Why? Basically, these are actually our normal number, but in reality, computer don't really understand this word as like this 192, 168, 1, 254. So what computer understand this 192? They convert this number to a binary digit. Binary digit is actually a machine code that I have told you the first class, that the 1 0 1 0 0 0 like this. Okay, that is actually our binary digits. So what to do with that? Okay, since this is not a computer science class, and we'll be actually focusing on hacking methodologies and all those aspects, so I'll not actually go through all those basics. Okay, you can use your tools in the internet how to convert the decimal numbers to binary digits. Okay, there are a number of software for that. Okay, so like this is the binary to decimal converter. So sorry, the decimal to binary. So what you will do, you'll type your numbers here. Like this is 192. Okay. So each point you type in our web server and they will convert it for you. How to do this, I'll not teach you right now because that will jumble up your memories. Okay. And this is not necessary for hacking. You need not to know these basics and this will not be asked in your interview question. Okay. That's why I am not teaching you because I'll be only teaching you those things. Those are important for your interviews and in your professional life. Okay. And this part, this basic communication, how these binary numbers, these decimal numbers, the normal numbers that we actually use, dotted decimal are the actually normal, understandable and numbers that we use. Okay. So these normal numbers, like these normal numbers, 192, how is transmitted to these binary digits, how it is being transmitted to by these binary digits that I will be teaching you in those YouTube videos. Okay. So if you are inquisitive, if you want to know how this conversion is done with our own hand, I'll be teaching you those things in that special additional videos. But that will be kept in an useful tip, good to know. But this is not necessary for your professional life because you are not actually participating for a programmer or any other issues. So for those reasons, those knowledge will use the automated tools like the internet. So let's type 192. If I want to convert it in a machine language, what machine will understand this by the code? See, convert it. You see, this 192, this very word 192 is now converted as 11 and 100000. So if you type, you will type 192, but in machine will understand this thing as 11 and these 60 digits. That's how machine converts your knowledge. Okay. Why 1, why 0? These are very basic issues that I don't want to teach you right now so that you will be derailed. Okay. So let me erase thing. So like I told you, it's 192 and the machine code. Okay. The machine code, of 192, what you have just seen, 11 and all 6 digits. Okay. So let's put that. 11, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So far so good. Anyone have any questions regarding this thing? Did you understand the concept? What actually it is?
Yeah.
Madam Fatima, did you understand? Please come out because if you have any questions, if you have any confusions, please clarify now. Okay. Mr. Nazmus Sharfi, did you understand this point? What I try to mean by this?
Uh, I have confusion.
Please, please. What is the confusion? Hello.
Yes. Can you show me again?
Oh, sure. I said that like you understand this point that this is I said that this 192. Okay, I see observing my screen 192 this here. Brother, can you observe this thing 192?
Yeah.
So this is actually normal number. Okay, like we do every day in our lives. But we are humans, okay? But we are dealing with computers, machines. So machines don't understand this simple language like we are talking with you, okay? They convert this language in their own terms. Like there are some French guys and they know French much better. So for like that, je t'aime, Monsieur Munir. I said je t'aime, Monsieur Munir. Did you understand what I said? Hello, Madam Munir. I think you know the French.
Yes, yes, I do.
So I said je t'aime, Monsieur Munir. So what did I say?
Sorry, can you repeat?
I said je t'aime, Monsieur Munir. So what
Je
did I say?
t'aime.
Je t'aime.
It means I love you, all right?
Exactly. 100. So that's a
Yeah,
French language. Okay.
yeah.
So like this, computers understand things in their own word, but you didn't understand it because you don't know French. Neither I. So the machines learn things from their own perspective. So when I write 192, computer converts this thing with this 110000. This is the language of computer, machines, or anything you say. Okay, this is their language. Now clear?
Yeah. Machine only understands 0 and 1.
Yes, machine understand only 1 and 0. Trust me. But with this thing, they can do translate your entire world, enter everything, all sorts of languages, all sorts of your signature, everything is even the graphics, the videos, images. Those are also converted in this 1 and 0. Trust me. Okay, since this is the not class of computer science, the other things, that's why I'm not going to deal those details because that is not actually necessary for you. Okay, so I'll be only focusing on those basic aspects related to cybersecurity only, and definitely these basic parts I'll cover in my special videos in my other resources, so that if you are inquisitive enough, if you want to know what's actually going on, you can deal with it. Okay, so far so good. Anyone having any difficulties to understand this thing? These are very basics. Okay, and
Yeah.
you need to know it properly to actually go for the further classes. Okay, Mr. Shams, Madam Tasha, did you understand this thing? Any difficulties understanding this?
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So next, uh, go to the next digit. So the IPv4 address that we are actually using are having 4 set of digits like this that I said previously: 192 dot 168 dot 1 dot 254. Okay, so this 4 domain, we call it octet. What we call octet. OCTET, octet. Okay, so octet, this is an octet. This is an octet. 162 is an octet. 1 is an octet. 254 is an octet. So every time computer, if you understand IPv4 address, computer will ask this 4 set of numbers from you: 192, 168, or 8. This may be another thing. This may be another thing for you. It is a demo. Okay. So like that. So it may be 200. This 192 to 2 will be 200 something. Maybe 10 anything. But there will be 4 setup, and it is uh, separated by a dot. Okay, it's separated by a dot. Separated by a dot. That is why we call this number dotted decimal. Dotted. I told you earlier, dotted decimal. Dotted because there is a dot after each octet. Dot after each octet. Okay.
So how many digits can be in each octet?
Okay, good question. That part I'll be covering in the next issue. Okay, so first know this thing, that if your computer will be having this IP address. This is called IP address, Internet Protocol. For using internet, you'll be requiring these numbers. Okay, so when you call your the serviceman, okay, show me, please set up my internet connections. The serviceman actually does nothing but checks and fixes this dotted decimal number to you, and how to uh, do manipulations of this thing. Okay, that we'll be learning in a short period. Okay, so like I said, let me finish first. So 192. So for one, so for 192, we said it is 11 and 60. For 168, what is the binary number, the machine number of 168? Okay, so let us learn it from the website. I told you earlier that this is not necessary for cybersecurity. That's why I'm using the tools. Okay, but how you can also manually do this thing? You can convert 168 to this machine numbers. Okay, so it is said 101.001.000. So I am going there once again.
So
So
brother, every computer has the 4 dotted decimal, or it has a more dotted decimal?
no, only this, only this. This is the way.
Only 4 dotted decimal.
Yes, this is the IPv4 address. For IPv4 address, this is the segment.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Okay, these 4 blocks, these 4 blocks of numbers will be assigned for the internet protocol. Okay, to use the internet, you need these 4 blocks of numbers. Correct? So like this, for maybe for 0 it's a 0, 1, maybe for this 0 0 0 0 something. Okay, this is how the numbers are assigned for your internet numbers. Okay, now the question our friend asked, that how we'll understand the ranges of IP. That's a big question, and that is the thing we are going to ask, that what to do, what is the number of uh, addresses, okay, how the ranges are being dealt with. So we go to that. Like uh, this number is a range. Dot 168 dot 1 dot 254. This is what? This is actually a class C address. Okay, there are number of address block in the IPv address, class A, class B, and class C. Each address have a number of address blocks. So what is class A address? I mean,
And dot zero dot zero dot zero.
A, B, C. You'll be come across so you'll be asking A, B, C. These are the addresses. Okay. So this A is a class A address, and it contains almost 0 to 127 octets range. Okay. For class B, it contains 128 to 191 octets range. Okay. So what is that? We'll be knowing this thing in a very short period. Okay. So these are actually address book for you. We also call it network addresses. Okay. Let me go to this wrong issue. For example, like what should I say? Let us go to a issues. How many addresses like this address conversion? When we do the address conversion, like uh, right now we have seen how to address this thing 192.168.1 or 254, but how we can assign more numbers to the students or the users? Okay, that's a big question. Okay, and you'll be asking this for your cyber security aspect, because sometimes what we need to do that, since this is the IP range, it's a class C. So what I said, how many address for class C IP range? Anybody can recollect? How many address?
Which one? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
I said for class C address, how many network address we can avail for class C?
So it's going to be 192.168, 0.0 to 255, 254, 254.
No, no. So
255.
no, actually not. That number is actually our own issue. In reality, in binary digits, or these are not that issue. Okay. Uh, Let me clarify once again. So, class A address. Okay. The network number of network. Okay. Number of network will be 128 network. Remember, for class A will be erase this. For class A. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? There are a lot of people. So, was due to there is range for optic byte. Okay. So, what I'm saying, for class A address, we have total 128 networks. Just note down this point first. Okay. I'll explain it step by step. 128 networks. And 1,677 216 addresses. ADBS. I'm saying address. I mean address. Okay. So for class A address, class A IP range, we have 128 networks and 128 address. So what is this? Can anybody answer this question? Can anybody have this idea about this thing? Mr. Khaled, Madam Tahina, do you have any idea what I mean?
Can you please repeat the question?
I say For class A address, for class A address, we have 128 networks, and this amount 16,77,216 addresses. What did I mean by that? Anybody have any ideas on it?
Each network is going to have 16 167 77216 addresses.
Very good. I think many of you are aware about this networking thing. Okay, let me clarify a more easier way for others. So, consider you are in a class. Okay, you are in a class. You're a classroom like me. Okay, so I am the teacher, and there are a number of students inside that class. Okay, in networking also, the outskirts of this periphery, this classroom itself is actually the network. The classroom itself is the network, and the students like you are attending here, all these students, okay, like Madam Kahina Firdausi, Mr. Monirul, Mr. Munjur, Madam Munia, all of you are the part of address. All these students, all of you are part of this address. So far understood? Like means you are in this Zoom meeting, okay? This Zoom console is your network, and all the students you're joining here are part of address. This part understood, Mr. Nazmur?
Yes, it's clear.
So
Yes.
the same thing is actually happening for the class C, class A, class B, all these addresses. You will be on people will be telling you these things time and again. So for class A address, how many networks are there? How many addresses are there? These are very important questions for your interview. So I am writing it once again for your easy consumption. Let us use the text editor. Let us welcome for class A address, for class A network, class A IP address, class A IP table, you will have 128 networks and 16,027. How it happens? I'll teach you shortly. Okay? Don't bother. Just know the figures first. That is the network, and that is the what I said, 128 networks and address. So similarly, for class B, anybody have an idea in class B address how many network address is there? Class B. Anyone wants to answer this question?
65,000.
Excellent. Excellent. So 65,536. 536. That is the address. Okay. But how many networks?
How did you find it?
Okay. I'll be teaching you shortly. Okay. Just know these things first. Okay. This is for your question and answer question. Okay. How it is really happening this thing. Okay. I'll be teaching you in short while.
You
Just
are cutting off.
okay. So like these are the words. Okay. Now, since you are in hurry, let me teach you.
Your voice is cutting off.
Voice is a little low.
Okay. Now okay.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. So how the non-IT people supposed to know that class B is equal to 65536? What is this, or what, from where this is coming from? Is it something that we need to memorize?
No, not actually memorized, but there are ways. So what is the ways I'm teaching you? Okay. So thing is that when you write an address, like I said 192.168.1.254, like this. So what we actually observe, we observe these objects, the last digit, the first digit, and also in reality, you'll be observing some slashes, slash 26, slash 11, sorry, slash 15, slash 21, like this. So when you see this slash, this range is actually detect it is from which classes. Okay. So for class A addresses, it is starts from 8 up to 16. These all falls within the range of class A address. Like 10.0.2.54 slash, you see 8. Okay. So 8 to 6, 15 slash 15. If there is any IP range, you see any IP address like that, you'll understand this is from class A address, and it's a very big IP range. Normally, super computers, large corporation like Microsoft, Tesla, and others actually use this thing. Okay, this is I told you it's a very large number of network addresses and IP ranges, IP addresses, network and IP addresses. Similarly, if you find something like um, these 4 objects will be there for you always. So I said 8 to 15, all will be class A. Now, if it is from 16 to 23, it will be from class B. Okay, and if it is from 17, 24, and onwards, actually 24th we actually use. So these all are class C address. Okay, any questions? I know you have a lot of questions, but these are the real issues. Okay, uh, someone has, it has number of networks hosted for, you see, as to you can hold 8 values in 16. Oh, good. Someone has answered the questions. So likewise, okay. So those octet parts I'll be covering. Okay, wait. So there are a lot of issues that is called subnetting. So in reality, whatever the address we type here with a slash, there will be 8, there will be 9, there will be 2, whatever the case, up to 15. If you see any number within this range, you will understand this is from class A range. From 16 to 23, it will be class B range, and 24, it will be considered as class C address. How we are actually doing this thing? The thing is that it was actually this model, this IP model was actually first introduced in 1993 by IETF. Okay, IETF is an organization. IETF. This is an organization, and the name of this organization is actually Internet Engineering Task Force. This is the first model. Okay, this is the first model that was invented by IETF. But nowadays we are using CIDR. What I said? CIDR. CIDR. That stands for classless inter-domain routing. Now, what is CIDR? How it emerged? So remember what I said in the first, that what is the number of network and addresses for class A addresses? Can anybody repeat for me?
Later
128 networks and
right.
16,777,216 addresses.
Is it 128 or 127?
Sorry,
Is it 128 or 127?
which one you mean?
126.
The number of network is 128. Class A. For Class A, 128 networks and 16,077,216 network addresses. Okay, remember this thing, because these are important for your interview sessions. How I am going through that, I'll be discussing in a bit, but know these numbers. Okay, so let me finish first. So I'm going to that point. So why I mean CIDR, why CIDR is actually used? So to answer your question, you said just now that the Class A address has 16,077,216 addresses. So many addresses. This is the addresses that every computer, this 16 million, okay, this 16 million. 16,077,216. These are the computer address. So consider a situation like this. Hello, are you listening properly? Is there a problem with the voice?
Yes. Mm,
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
So consider we have two nodes. We have two nodes, two computers, or you understand, three computers. Okay, these computers are connected to each other. So for connecting these three computers all together, how many links I have used? Madam Fatima, can you answer? Nazmu, Mr. Nazmu Sharfi, can you see how
I can.
many I have used? How many links to connect these three computers or these three circles with networks, right? Three links. These three links. 1, 2, and 3. Correct? So I need actually only actually three networks, sorry, three addresses to connect these three computers, computer A, computer B, computer C. So to connect these three, I need only this, okay, these three addresses. So our class A address actually contains, I said, 16 million. Then what is the next number? 77,256. So how many addresses are actually wasted? Can we just imagine? 16,077,000, 16,077,000 minus 254 addresses. Okay.
Why is it -2? Shouldn't it be -3?
Sorry, -3. I correct myself.
Yeah, -3.
So from this huge amount of network address, I'm only using these three networks, three IP addresses. Okay. So this huge amount of addresses are being wasted because in a computer you're using only one network and this IP ranges within that. But like, for example, in the Zoom, consider yourself in the Zoom meeting. So we are all are in the Zoom meetings. You all are participate here inside of this class. Can you go out of this class? Can you use another platform and communicate with me? Hello, are you listening to me?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
can you repeat this question, please?
I'm telling you that since you all are in this Zoom meeting, you all are in this Zoom platform, we are having our video conversation, our classes all together. Is it possible that somebody open another Zoom meeting and communicate with us? Is it possible?
No.
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 The same thing is actually happening. The same thing is actually happening with the network addresses. So for class A addresses, actually the first octet is your network address and the last three octets like 0, 2, 254 are your address protocols. Okay. For class B, so for class A address, only this first octet is actually your network ID. It will provide your network ID. And last three, these three octet will be replicating your address block. Okay. For class B address, you'll be using these two octet as your network address, like 10 and 2. 10, 2. These two will be used as network and 0.245. Those part will be your address. Now, if you go for class C address, the 10.2.0.245, I said earlier, These three part will form your network domain, and this 245, last 245 will form a part of your address. Okay, so that's how. Since a number, the for class A address, we are only targeting this and keeping this big chunk of numbers for the addresses. Thereby, the addresses are being wasted. Okay, so to go further, we have invented subnetting, and this subnetting is a part of, we call it subnetting, and this subnetting the part of CIDR. I said earlier, SCIDR. So what I said by CIDR, Mr. Mustafa, can you recollect? What is CIDR? CIDR. What I said, classless interdomain.
Routing.
Okay. So like this. So now I'm showing you one example how this the question, to answer your question, that how actually this number, actually I found out this big chunk of number, that oh my god, this thing is that, this thing is that. Okay, that was your question. The thing is that, like, I used 10.2.0.2554. At first what I do, I convert them with the binary codes. Okay, for 10, convert it in the binary codes, that in the machine language that just I showed you. 203.0.113.0. So 203, right? So I'm converting these parts in a binary. Binary means I am using it as a machine code. So I'm copying it. The binary conversion I'm not teaching you right now. Okay, how the binary is being converted, because it will take longer time and is actually unnecessary for my cybersecurity class. So for 0, you need to understand that each block is actually octet. I said octet means 8 digits. OCTET, octet. These are actually 8 digits. So I need to fill this binary number in 8 digits. So if there is 0, I need to 8 0. Eight. 80. Okay. So 113. What is the machine code for this? So I type 113. The calculator convert, and I find my machine code. I'm using it. Okay. So actually 80. So I will add 0 the previous, because I need to make 8. Okay. You see there are 8 digits. Each block will consist of 8 digits. Remember this. Five,
Your voice is too low.
Oh, sorry. Hello. See, and will be. So observe each object we have convert this thing of a 8-digit machine code. Correct? Count each digit. There are 8 digits. Okay.
So brother, whatever we converted is 203 is coming 8 digit. 5 also converted is coming 8 digit. So whatever we converted it coming within 8 digit.
Yes, we have to convert it. But there is a tricks. There is a tricks that might misguide you. For example, I have typed 5 and I say convert. So it is showing only 3 digits, 101. Correct? So how I am
Yeah.
making it? So what you need to do, you have to add 0 in the previous one. Like say this 5.
Add 5 zeros.
Okay, so I
So this is the mandatory. We can edit the zeros.
yes, it is mandatory because I said it is octet. I said the very word octet. So for IP addresses, each of these block, this is one block, this is one block, this is one block, this is one block. Each block is consist of 8 digits. It must be consist of 8 digits of binary or the machine codes. It has to be 8. There is no shortcut of it. Okay. So,
Okay, I got it. I clear now.
okay. Listen, I'm going this slow. I do understand the person who are a network engineer or from have previous IT knowledge, they might get bored. But trust me, for the beginners, this is necessary. I hope the guys who are beginners, you are actually benefited from this. Okay, so I go slowly and don't bother about the class schedules, timings. You're always open to me. My students are my lord. Okay, so I ensure so that since you are paying me, it's my responsibility to make you fit for all these things. Correct? So as I
All right.
earlier, that for every digit, for example, I said that when it's a class A address, this portion, okay, this portion will be the network address, and consider this portion will be the address protocol. Like it will be used for the users, like your computer addresses. The users will actually use these things. So this thing we call host bits. The red one is called host bits. What I call host bits. Host bit. The red ones. Okay. Remember this thing. The red one is host bit and network. So the blue one is network and red one is the host bit. What I do, what I'll be doing, the formula is 2 to the power n. This red one formula 2 to the power n to the power n. 2 to the power n. This is the formula. So what is this n? This n is your host bit. Okay, this n is your host bit. Is my writing clear to you? Before
Yeah.
2 to the power n, the formula. And what is that n? N is your host bit. The number of host bit, you'll use it. Host bit. So what is that host bit for class A address? Here, how many digits? This is 8. This is 8. This is also 8. Right? This is
24.
8, 8, 24. 2 to the power 24. Calculate it. I'm using my calculator. To the power
64.
where is that? So can anybody do that math for me? 2 to the power 64, 24. What it comes? Hello.
16,777,216.
Correct. So that was the address for our class A address, right? 216. Correct. So now we understand how this big number came. Is it clear to you all?
Yes.
No, no, sorry, I didn't understand this part. How did
Okay.
you get that number?
Okay. So I said, you see, this is the IP address, correct? This is my IP address. Now, what I am telling that these 3 blocks, okay, these 3 blocks, each blocks contains 8 digits, right?
Yeah.
So each block contains 8 digits. So 8 plus 8 plus 8. How many it comes? 24.
Yeah.
So you keep the formula like this: 2 to the power 24. Put it inside your calculator and see the result. That is the number of address for your address. Okay. And similarly for the network also, the same thing. They use the network bit. Okay. So do that calculation, madam, and you'll find the number.
Yeah.
Correct? Right?
Yes.
Now consider this portion is now blue. So how many octets left for the host bit? 8 plus 8. It is 16. Correct? 16, madam?
Yes.
So now going to my issue. Two 2 to the power 16. So how much it is comes?
65,536.
So that is your network address. Okay, for class B, for B type address. Okay, now consider now this one is now blue. Now how much bits we are left with? 8. 8. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bits. So this is 8 bits is my host bit. So now I again put the formula 2 to the power 8. How much it comes?
256.
And that is the address range of my class C address. Now you understand how the calculation was done?
Yeah. Mhm.
So that was, this is the previous system of IP addressing. This still functions, but there is subnetting portion. What we actually add subnetting portion, extra bit and extra system, so that now we are going block by block. When we will be focusing on subnetting, let me do this right. We will be actually dealing with the last object. So here all the, see, all the portions. Okay, let me press right. See, okay. So consider this thing, this last block. Okay, I'm actually dealing with this last block. What happens in subnetting? We borrow this 0 to the red zone, the blue zone. We exclude this red, this digits. Okay, this digits. So all are now in red. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll make some of this blue. Mine and rest of the things are red. So remember what I said, red is the host bit, blue is the network bit. So now how many zeros I have? 6.
6.
So what will be the formula?
Two to the power 6.
So what is the result? Sorry.
64.
64.
Yeah,
64 network.
64.
Now we borrow mode 2. So I said we'll not count the blue ones, we'll count the red ones. So how many? 4.
4.
So 2 to the power how much?
16.
4. So 4 is it? 6. So 16 address. Now again we borrow mode 2 or 3. Okay. So how many bits are there? Only 1.
1.
So 2 to the power 1, how much
Gonna be 2.
2.
is it?
2.
So see, actually I am shortlisting my networks up to 2, whereas the class of C address 256 address, right? Class C address have 256 ID. Just now we have seen. Class C. Class C has 256 addresses. So we have shortlisted it up to 2 by this method. Correct?
Yes.
I think a lot of people are having doubts and questions. Mr. Farooq Khan, Mr. Awal, did you understand this issue? Mr.
No,
Akash,
last one I don't understand. Is a two.
like I said, uh, consider this is the actual IP address. We are actually dealing with this last block of IP, the last octet. Okay, so that octet is presented here. So we said that each block of IP is having 8 digits. Like, okay, so what we will be doing that? We said we will be counting the red ones, not the blue ones. Like in the previously, all were reds. See, all were red. So this red as the host bit, and I said when there is a the formula for calculating the number of address is 2 to the power n. Okay, I said 2 to the power n.
So every number we should count the 2 to the power n. Is it?
Yes, the host bit, only the host bit, not
What?
the red ones, not the blue ones. The host.
Okay.
So this host bit will only count, not the network bits. Okay, the blue ones. For your easy understanding, blue is the network address, red is the host address. I mean how many address we can create. So this is the host bit. So the number of host bit will be put inside this n. Okay, Mr. Palit?
Yeah, I got it.
Host bit, only the host. So what we are actually doing for subnetting, we are actually borrowing this 0 to our own desire or to our own issue. Since in the example we have seen that I need only 3 networks. Okay, so I make all these 0 blue and these 3 digits of 0 red. So I have total 3 red digits, 3 host bit. Okay, these 3 reds, right? Okay, so these 3, and I'm setting it the formula 2 to the power 3. So how much it is? 8. Still I need to short my host bits. So I go again. I make this 0 also 0. Only 2 zeros. So what will be the formula, Mr. Palik? 2 to the power, how much I should say?
2 to the power 4. I mean, 2.
Equal to 4. So 4 network. So thereby doing that, I'm actually shortlisting my entire network. Only 4 addresses beneath. So you see, class C address has 200 256 addresses. From 256 addresses, we have come up to 4 addresses. That is the economy of address, right? Correct? Anybody have any question? Please raise your voice, because this is very important for understanding. Because when you'll be attacking the computers, the targets, we actually
Can you repeat this part again? I'm a bit confused.
okay. I'm telling you once more again. Don't bother. Ask 100 times, but understand.
Sorry for the everything. Sorry.
To ask 1,000 times. I'm here for you. Okay. See the formula. 2 to the power n. That is the formula. And what is that n? It is the red thing. The red thing. Okay. The red thing is our formula. That means our host. Red is our host. So I'm going to the addressing again. So I say when we write a formula or write an IP address, the red one, the red block is our actually IP part. Okay, this part we will be using for determining the number of networks, right? So what is said that for class C address is 256. How it happens? Because you consider this, how many zeros are there? You count, madam. Please participate. How many zeros are there?
8 zeros?
8 zeros, right? So
Yeah.
8 zeros are actually the red one. So what is said? Host bit, right, madam?
Yes. So is the number always going to be like 8 zeros or it can vary?
It can vary. It may be maybe it may be anything, but there will be 8 digits always here. There will be always 8 digits always here. But you need to count how many numbers are here. So it is 8 numbers, right, madam? So go to the formula 2 to the power 2 to the power n. What will be the n? What will be the n here, madam? You just say
The host number?
8, right? So
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it.
you will get 256. But in reality, you need only, I said in the previous example, I need only 3 networks, right? Erase. I need only 3 networks. I don't need 256. So that is the wastage, right? So to shortlist this 256, I adopt a policy system that I need to reduce. I need to reduce this number. So if I reduce it by 2, I write it 2. So 2 to the power 2 to the power 2. How much it is? 4. Put it inside
4.
your calculator. 2 to the power 2 is equal to 4. Okay. 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8. Likewise. And how we are doing that? I'm saying that this one, the last octet, like this one, consider this is this field. Okay. I'm doing it in the next slide. I have, for example, for your easy understanding, I take this block to the next block. Okay. Where all the zeros are red. So these all are host bit. What I said, red means host bit. Okay, madam. So what I am doing, so go to the example when 2 to the power 2, that means I need only 2 red zeros. So only 2 red zeros or rest of these zeros should be blue. Okay. So this is how we actually deal with the things. Okay. Madam, clear now? Anybody has
Yes,
any?
thank you.
So you have understood the issues properly. I am grateful to you all. Still, if you have any doubts and further queries, I'll leave my slides for you, and there will be ample of examples worked out. You will face no difficulties understanding this. So this is the important part of subnetting. And let me assure you, this is the last class of this all blah blah boring theories. But these are very important because if you don't know what is subnetting, so you'll when a computer will show that digits like this, you'll be lost. Oh my God, what is this? What to do with this? So now I think you know what is this, okay? And using that in the reality, so you'll be using slash 28 slash 24 slash 30 like this, okay? So by showing this signature, you'll be understanding from which class, and thereby you'll be able to determine how much network inside of it. So it is a class C network. You know, in this network there are 256 people are inside this network. So if you can hack any of them, you can actually attack the whole network. That is the essence of cybersecurity. Okay. So there are a lot of also number of engineering. There are a lot of theories inside it, but I don't want to go there because I told you I'll be focused more on your profession base. I'll only explain those things those are really necessary for your interview question and necessary for your further learning. Okay, and definitely I'll also explain those additional videos in my other channels so that you can really understand. If you are inquisitive enough, no, I am dying. I also need to know that thing also. Those unnecessary parts, you will be able to learn those things. I'll make ample of videos for it. So far, do you have any question?
Yeah, I have a question. How do you find the number of networks?
Sorry, the number of
How? Yes.
I have just showed you, right? How many numbers are there from the network? I just showed you. The last 4 bit. Like if it is a class C address, okay, class C address starts from 24. Okay, so 24 means I have actually this, all these are in red. Okay, so what I'll be doing, I'll be using if I borrow 10, I'll add 1 here, that will be 25, and I'll make 10 red to blue.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, so now how many zeros are here? 7 zeros. So go to the formula. You tell me, sir, what will be the formula 2 to the power?
7.
So do that in your computer. 2 to the power 7. How much it is?
128.
Exactly. Excellent. Anyone else needs to try? So when I say 26, that means you need to add another 0 to blue. So Mr. Mustafa, tell me, so how many zeros are there? How many zeros are there, Mr. Mustafa? Madam Munia, how many zeros are there?
6.
So the formula.
64.
Excellent, madam.
Your voice
64.
is low.
Yeah, your voice is low.
Oh, hello. Now clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, now it's clear.
Sorry. So 64, madam. So now, Mr. Khaled, if I put another digits like 27, so I put another 0 to blue. So how many zeros here, Mr. Khaled?
5.
So put the formula again here. 2 to the power 5. How much it is?
32.
30.
32. Excellent. So now I come again. Now the host bit is 29. 29. So how much 0 needs to be? Blue?
4.
Excellent. No. 5. Intentionally, I did a trick. 29. See? 29. You remember this thing. 24 is the, I said the class C address range starts from 24. So when you see 24, that means all 8 digits are 0. For class C address, when you see 24, because it's class C starts for 24. So when you see 24, that means all zeros are 8. All the zeros are red. Okay. So now you add numbers and it will be highlighted to the blue. Likewise. So there is 8 digits. So if I add 29, so 24 minus 29, how much it is?
5.
So you need to make blue 5 zeros.
Mm-hmm.
And how much we are left with? 3 zeros.
3.
So what will be the formula? 2 to the power
8.
2 to the 3 is equal to
8.
8.
Madam, you will master cybersecurity. I'm telling you. Madam, you will master cybersecurity. Okay, you have a very sharp brain. So see, things are very simple. Okay. So any more questions? And you have difficulties understanding this.
So how are we like determining how many zeros are to make blue, or why do we shortlist them?
Okay. I said how many zeros are there? Like I said that the range. Remember this point. That range is by slash added here from 8 to 16. Or sorry, 15 is class A address. I said okay. Just do it, right. That's the class A view. 8 to 15. I said it is from class A address. 16
Your
to
voice is low.
sorry. The 16 to 23 is equal to B address, and 24 onwards is from class C address. Okay. So where is that? Like this slash. After this, after the IP address, what we'll do, we'll put a slash here. We'll put a slash 8, 9, sorry, 9, or you put a slash 24, something. So understanding this thing. So if I, okay, the question for you, if I type 19, so it is from which class?
B.
B.
Excellent. So if it is from um, 15, 16, okay, it is from which class?
A.
No,
B.
B.
No, no.
B.
B. B.
B.
B.
See,
Yes. B.
that's why I told you, remember this thing. This thing you need to remember. 8 to 15, A, 16 to 23, B, 24 and onwards are all are C. So by seeing these slash numbers, you will understand it falls under which domain. Okay. So today you have learned two important aspects of cybersecurity, or I should say it's from networking, that what is IP address, how IP address are actually written, and how to determine it is from which class. Okay. We'll be needing this thing to hack our targets, because if I don't know, because this slash actually is a big issue. They tell us how much addresses, how many computers actually inside of this network, how many computers are inside this network. So if I see the class A address has 16 million computers inside. So if I actually can hack only one target of it, 16 million, I have a lot of targets. If I can hack on, I can actually hack this entire network. Okay, that's the essence. That's why the person who are actually maintaining big network addresses, they are very much cautious, and they pay very high money to protect their networks. Okay, so thanks for your well participation, and hope to see you soon in my those paid lectures. I'm optimistic, and one thing I'd like to share, one story, that Remember, life is a big thing. Don't lose your hope. You may think that you are just nobody to this world, but it matters. Okay? It really matters.
Okay. So there's an announcement. The founder will join in the last 10 minutes to answer your questions regarding like jobs and courses and career. So if you're interested, please stand by. The founder will be joining shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? Hi, Mr. Rajiv.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi guys. So hope you're doing great in the class.
One thing, CEO,
Yeah.
can I stop sharing my screen now?
You can, if you are done, you can.
Done.
Yes,
I'm
if you have
stop
to
sharing
say.
my, yeah, so that it doesn't interrupt with your conversation. Okay, boss?
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So guys, so I'm here. Mr. Rajiv, could you please enable the screen share for me so that I can share my screen quickly?
One second, please.
Mr. Rajiv.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm doing that for boss. Boss, I made you host. Can do anything.
You can make me co-host. It's also okay.
Okay, I made you host, boss.
Let me check. Yes, it's good to go, I think. All right. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we can.
So perfect, perfect. So I think lots of you know me as a QA instructor in Easy Automation Labs. So Mr. Rajiv is also a very senior instructor of us. Thanks to him for starting this batch. It's his 37th batch for cybersecurity. So you already have done the 2 free classes. I'm not sure how you're feeling about it, but if you have any questions, concerns, you can ask me now because I will not be able to join in every class of yours, but I can answer any of your concerns. It doesn't have to be related to course. It doesn't have to be related to batch. It can be any question from your mind that you can ask me about IT, about our services, any concerns that you were thinking of. Nothing?
So I have a few questions.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
There we go.
I'll continue later. Asan, please go ahead.
Okay. So I know the cybersecurity is booming. So after taking this class, how do we actually, once we go to the market, how do we like what kind of question they actually ask, like since we don't have real time experience?
Sounds good.
I mean, not question. You don't have to tell me question and answer that. I'm just saying what kind of scenario they normally ask and how we get benefited from this class.
Okay. So point number first. Anyone else, if you have any question, you can put in the chat or you can ask me so that you don't forget. Okay. So first of all, how the course is going to help you and what's the difference of this course and other courses and how you are going to integrate with the current market and what's the current market situation right now. So I know lots of you are having one question in your mind. Cybersecurity is booming, there is no doubt, but IT, like there is a shortage of IT job. Any one of you heard that? People are not getting jobs in QAs or other professions in IT. Is there anyone who have heard anything like that?
Yeah, I've heard that because of AI, many of the QA jobs are like reducing.
Exactly. You are right. You're on point. So the first question of all candidates should be, is there sufficient job? Is there sufficient job or no? Right. Sorry. Pardon me for my handwriting. So answer should be yes. There are a lot, but people doesn't know how to apply. So here's the first thing, that we have professional application supporters who will apply for you, who will guide you how to get the job faster. Even the market is far more better for us, for me, for my school, because if there are 100 candidates in the market, 90 of them are just getting rejected for resume issue and not for answering or responding recruiters properly. So that's a plus point of you guys. You will be able to know that how to get the job faster in the current market in this situation. Now, Mr. Azan, getting back to your question, how we are going to prepare you, because questions and answers will be competitive right now in the current market. And you don't have real-time experience, but you have to answer like a real-time experienced candidate, right? So for that, the course is going to give you knowledge. The assessment, your teacher is going to give you assessment, of course, and with the due date. So that will help you to gain expertise, or you will be able to like you can gain experience on the tools, right? Experience on tools. I'm not telling about years of experience. I'm telling about tools. So when you are going to do the assessment on a tool, when you are going to do the homework in a tool, you are going to understand that, okay, this tool might behave that way if I do that. It might behave in an opposite way if I do those things. So the tasks and assignments of Mr. Rajiv is created in such a way that you will encounter different kinds of problems. So now, if you don't do it, you are going to lose this experience. So definitely you need to cover all the assessments before the due date. And it will put you in a pressure to learn properly. Now the third thing, the interview prep. I'm not talking about any interview preparation at the end of the course. So the interview preparation, this is something that you will see that when you will join your classroom. Oh, let me show you one thing quickly so that you can have an idea what I'm talking about. Just a moment. Let me stop my share and start again. It's disturbing. Okay, you can see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so I'm not sure why my browser is not popping up. Mr. Rajiv, did you show them your classroom? Okay, I think it is popping up in a different window. My bad. So okay. So you will be able to join in basic preparation classroom here. I think in Mr. Rajiv's class, and you will see this. There will be some question answers will be uploaded all the time after every class, and you need to cover them before the next class. That means you will get 5 days to cover question answers and assessments. So you must need to cover them. This class is we are already preparing the classes. Both of your class slides are already there. The class recording will be uploaded here soon. So once you cover the question answer, you will have an idea that how the questions and answers are getting asked in the interview. Now, the question answers are not like definition type. The question answers we design is like experience based. So for example, I'm talking about a simple tool, Microsoft Office, right? So one question could be, what is Microsoft Office? And second question could be, how do you use Microsoft Office? And when do you need to use Microsoft Office? So there is the difference between the questions and answers, right? So when you will answer, or when you will know the answer of second questions, that means when and how, you are going to gather the experience in the same time, that in which situation you have to use that particular tool and how will you use that in your real-time work. Clear? So that is giving you an experience-based answer to pass the interview. So you don't need to bother, Mr. Hassan, you don't need to bother about interview because you are going to get well prepared for that. What you need to worry about, that is how to survive in the job. Because you are going to join as a 7 to 8 years of experienced candidate, and probably 6 years should be the minimum. So you have to survive the job. For that, you have to do the course properly, you have to do the assessments properly, and the question answers you definitely have to understand. Now, here is the main fact that you need to do for surviving in the job, that is lab work. Sometimes we call it real-time internship. I don't know if you have heard about it in any school, because I started it in my batch on 2018, first time in the United States. So it is kind of unpaid internship. I mean, it will be unpaid. Definitely, we are not going to pay you, right? So it will be unpaid, but this will be a mimic of real-time project. You will encounter real-time incidents, real-time situations, real-time meetings. There will be people, you are going to work in a team like you are going to work in an office. So that is called lab work or internship, unpaid internship program. And it is going to build you or build your experience to handle your job in real time. So the reason of coming into this conclusion on 2018 is, before we used to have courses, question answers and everything, assessments, everything. But when they go to job, they get afraid when they face the real-time meetings and everything. When they attend the meeting, I mean, 60% of people get afraid. Oh, office works like that. Oh my God, what will I do if the manager asks me this question? What will I do if the cybersecurity lead or risk management lead is asking me such kind of questions? So that kinds of fear will not be anymore. In the interview, you will be like far more confident than the usual courses. So these are the facilities you are going to do in the course period. Now, for the job placement period, you don't have to worry about anything because we have our expertise team who is going to, this comes with the course complimentary, you don't have to pay anything extra. So they're going to build your resume. I already said that 90% people gets rejected from the current market only for the resume. They don't know how to build it. They don't know how to scan it, because AI is there everywhere now. The recruiters and everybody, even us, we are using AI tools too. We are an employer as well. Although I'm not sure if all of you knows it. We are not only the school. We hire employees too. We have our clients too.
So we use those tools as well. So we know how to build a resume, how to scan a resume, and how to place people faster in the job. But there will be no alternate from learning properly and following all of these 4 criteria. If you are serious, welcome. If you are not, if you think like you cannot, then you are not welcome, definitely. So, and some of you might think like, is it too tough? Can I do it? Definitely you can do it if you can give every day one hour. I won't say 1 hour. I will say 1 hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours. If you can give 2 hours, the meeting is recorded. If you give 2 hours every day, and 2 hours, why will you give? For your assessment, for covering up your slide, and your interview preparation. Meet me after 6 months and tell me that you didn't get the job. So I will take your question 1-to-1. So just plan this time. Invest first 2 hours to see the video. First day, like tomorrow, you can see the video, understand betterly. And then you can keep your note, start noting down the important points. 3rd day, you can start your assessment. 4th day, you can complete your question answers. And 5th day, your next class is coming up. So teacher will ask you questions and answers. You can answer them properly, and you will better understand the next class. Yeah, so these are the facilities you are getting from us. And once you get the job, once you crack the interview, we are going to give you the background check as well, complimentary. So what now, second thing, what options you are going to get from us, complimentary and whatnot? There could be some questions like that from you guys. So let me tell you. So you are going to get resume building and background check together with the course fee from us. That means you don't need to pay anything even after you get the job. Now there is another thing which is called application support. So that is optional. You can, that means somebody from our team is going to apply for you. If you take the application support from us, that means someone, we will give one of our marketing expert to you. So he will log into your computer every day, morning time, in a fixed time. He will apply for you in every job, and he will apply internally as well. So if you take that support, once you get the job, you have to pay 70% from your first month's salary, only for 1 month salary, right? So that is only for if you take the application support from us. And who takes it? Basically, there are people who work in the office time, in the daytime, or they cannot apply, actually, who have kids. They don't want to apply themselves. They say that, okay, I'm going to take the application support. I'm going to pay you once I get the job. So that is also a deal. And if you want to save the 70% and 70%, if you get 100K, if your monthly salary comes to 8K, your 70% will be around 5K. So you have to pay that, definitely. So if you don't want to save this, you can apply for yourself. You don't have to take the application support, and you don't have to pay anything extra except the course fee. Any questions so far?
Hi, I
So
have a
next
question.
question, go ahead.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
Ali.
So, yeah, so my job requirements are very specific. Like I'm specifically looking for remote jobs. So what's the situation in cybersecurity? Like, will I get remote job?
Better Allah can answer that. So basically, there are jobs. There are jobs. So for example, remote plus on-site plus hybrid, right? So for example, I'm assuming there are total 1,200 jobs. Now you are looking for specifically remote. So that means I'm assuming remote has it has 400, it has 400, it has 400. If you apply for 1,200 jobs, the job opportunity will be more and more faster. If you only apply for remote, you are applying in 400 jobs. Will be lesser than this one, right? But there are definitely remote jobs everywhere, in every IT job. So definitely there is a chance, but you might be late or you might be faster as well if you are lucky. So it depends. So it happened like one of our like we in last batch we have 15 candidates. We don't take more than 15 usually. So they got released. Their QA background though. They got released and they got released on last March. And in April, 3 people got remote job and 10 people got job in May and June, but they are on site. So it definitely lack as well. So these 3 people only applied for remote job. That means they applied for lesser jobs, but these people applied everywhere. But they could, I think they could crack the interview, but they couldn't. Or it might be like they didn't get the call, they got the call faster and they responded faster. Be serious, you will get the job. That's what I can say. Is that answer your question?
Thank you. Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Perfect. Mr. Farooq, I think you had a question.
So, yes, I got one question. So during the interview, will we get any interview support?
So that's a legal question for me, but support is everywhere. I don't think you will require that support, but support, I mean, you can take it from anywhere. We are not going to provide anything like that because we are going to give you 7 months complimentary course and we are giving you we are giving our best to make you the perfect candidate. And support, if you ask me personally, I can give you lots of contacts who gave supports. You can take support. But if you think that you will take support, you will not be able to survive in the job. But if for a small purpose, I think you can take people from different schools, take support for coding. But the course is designed in such a way that you don't need any support. But if you need, we can give you contact. So no worries.
I got it. And one more question. So we don't have IT background. So if we get a Allah knows best, so in an on-site job, so how we'll handle it?
I already mentioned that you are going to go through the internship or lab work program of us. That will give you the test of on-site, whatever it is. Like it will not, you don't have to go to on-site, but you have to do the job that you will do in the on-site. Everything will be provided here, so you will not, I mean, there is nothing, you know how on-site job works in most of the companies. So I have my team where 35 members are there. I go on site every day, but none of my team member lives here. So the most interesting part is you are going to your office. So going to office is called on-site, correct?
Yeah.
So you are going to your office, you just, the difference is if you are working on remote, you are in your home. If not, you are going there. There is a chair, there is a table, but there is no team meeting on site. Most of the cases, I think might be some company might differ, but most of the cases, for example, in my case, I sit here and one of my teammate is living in Georgia, another one is living in Orlando, something like that, someplace, and some of them are in Oregon or some of them are in Canada. So that means you are going to office but doing the online work. You got my point?
Yeah, I got it. But I want to know that is only the environment is that because the remote job has one environment, on-site job is another environment. This is my point.
Yes, on-site has different environment. That means you have to be familiar with different people, but there is no, there is nobody is going to come and ask you any personal questions, any technical questions, nothing like that. But if you need any job-related help, you can definitely reach out to your teacher because your deal is not only with this batch. Your deal is with us is not only for one single batch. Even if you don't want to, like for example, after 6 months, you want to enroll another cybersecurity batch to learn properly, you can enroll free. Like you can switch one batch as well, free without any cost. That means our relation with you is not only with one batch. So even if you are facing any problem, if you are having any doubt, you can call teacher immediately. You got my point?
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I have one question. So I don't know if I missed that. What kind of high level things if you can give me like high level stuff you guys going to cover, like tools, like for example, and map stuff, like
So are you asking about the curriculum?
Yeah, just high level stuff, high level tools. Like when you say the way you're gonna build us, so we'll be familiar all the tools when we're in the job, right? So if you give us like some kind of high level stuff, like what kind of tools you guys gonna show us and everything, like, or if you
So
just show us one
here
of the
is a core.
resume, like kind of information you added to the resume, so we know what you actually going to be end up learning,
I think you have already seen the resumes. Maybe Mr. Rajiv showed you earlier, but let me
I
see
missed it.
what
I'm
it.
so sorry about that. So if you can just go through one more time, that will be
Okay, let me show you. This is the course curriculum. You might find it. Do you have access in this classroom where we put all the videos and everything?
Oh
If
yes,
you
I do.
yeah, you have the course curriculum attached there in the classwork. So you can see the course curriculum from there. What is the plan? How you are going to learn everything, okay?
Oh
All the
yeah, I see
syllabus.
it.
So I'm a QA professional. I'm not a cybersecurity professional, but I'm going to be joining the internship program, and it will be led by Mr. Rajiv, your instructor. I lead my internships for QAs and everything, right? So, and if you talk about the resumes, you are going to cover. You can fetch any resume, because this, if you go through this material, I can guarantee you, we have compared with lots of cybersecurity professionals, and we have checked with our colleagues. So this is going to cover and prepare you for level 1, 2, and 3. You are going to understand and know in-depth hacking plus soft testing, penetration testing, and every kinds of testing, just to know the details. And if you know the details, you can prevent them in the job. So I think it is well designed. That's why we are taking 7 to 8 months of time period instead of 3 to 4 months, right? Yeah. So any questions? Anyone else?
Oh, and another thing, any certification needed for the job?
Yes. No, we are going to do the background verification check. Certification is not needed from our perspective, but we are going to provide you a certificate from Easy Automation Labs from our school. And additionally, you can attend the Microsoft certification exam, though those will be for your personal purpose only, because we are going to place you in the job, and we are going to provide all the certificates which will be needed in the background verification check. So, and if anything needed, like for your academic certificate or anything like that, we will definitely ask you those things from you. But no cybersecurity certificate is required for the job. You got my point?
Yes, I got it. Now I saw a bunch of requirements they're asking for, like it's Security Plus or CEH or CISSP. Those are the stuff.
Those are for entry levels. Most of the cases, you must need to prove that you have that thing. But when we are showing 8 years of experience and clients and reference with you that you worked, they are not going to ask for those proofs. So
I
we are going to
see.
show.
Thank you.
Any questions, anyone? Well, if not, then make sure you call
One question. Yeah.
Yeah.
So about your like example, it's very promising to see that out of 15, 13 got the job. So what was your plan for that other two that missed it?
We don't have any plan for them. Basically, in every batch, you will get some people who are not well attentive. They switched back to the another batch without any payment. They are not like they had issues. One person was like maybe he had accidents or something, and one lady she got pregnant at the middle of the course. So we offered them to switch to the another. I mean, they requested to switch to another batch, and we just helped them to switch to another batch freely without any cost, and they're doing that. They're doing the course there.
Oh, okay. That's quite good. So about the QA, I have seen that your success rate is more than 90%. And as this is the 37th batch, what was the ratio of the job placement for the other cybersecurity batches, if you can just tell us in a brief summary?
So if you now your question should be divided into two parts.
Okay.
So first part is what is the ratio of serious candidate from a batch? So definitely you will get some people who are not attentive, right? Who are not doing assessment, just joining the classes. In every class, they are not serious. So they are already filtered out from that category, from that criteria. So among 20 candidates, if there are 15 candidates are serious, now your second part of your question, job ratio. So that should not be the question, because 100%, if they're serious, they will not give up until they get the job. So, and we won't give up until we place them in the job. So that's why we are holding a good reputation, and we are having a very limited of seats capacity. You will see that now you have joined more than 30 people from yesterday. You will see that there will be only 15 to 17 people we will take. We have limited seats. So here the second part of the question will be how soon they got the job. Everybody got the job if they are serious. The five people who are not serious, they got rejected, they got distracted, or they got busy in their different work, because these things like, okay, I cannot do the assessment, I cannot do the homework, they cannot get the job. So now let's talk about these 15 people who are serious. Some of them has got the job in 2 months. Some of the last one, the maximum time somebody takes is 7 months. Now you might ask me that what is the reason, right? What is the reason of this? Some people are getting job in 2 months, some are 3 months, and some are 7 months. Two things can be there. One is interview rejection. Second thing is in the course they were too much serious, but when recruiters are calling them, when we are applying for them, they are not responding phone calls. They are doing their work, they are doing their job. They think like, okay, if I call back, I cannot receive the phone call right now, but if I call back, they will pick it up. So there are some people who is busy, who cannot respond to the calls and everything, that they get the job lately. There are different situations we will teach you when we will land you in the job market. But this should be your question. And the ratio is definitely for the serious people, 90 to 99% or 100% if there is no worst case scenario.
Got
Does
it.
that answer your
Satisfied.
question?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Ask me anything, whatever in your mind, positive, negative, I will answer everything. All right. I think no other questions. So, okay. So make sure you keep in mind that if you are trying to enroll day after tomorrow, if 15 candidates have paid before you, we are not going to take you. You have to wait till next batch, because we have a very limited capacity of seats. So if you are planning to enroll, do it as soon as possible. And if you are holding that, you are depending on your luck. So just to give advanced thing, I think you all know that we have a limited capacity of seats. And I saw that lots of people has joined to the free classes, and we cannot take everyone. So yeah, make sure you call and register faster. Next class will not be free. You have to get the classroom access. You have to join in this classroom. So once you pay, you are going to join in this classroom, and all of your slides, recordings, assessments, everything will be there. So as class 1 assessment is already there. As soon as you join, you can start doing your assessment. All right then, guys. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm so sorry for the late response. So I have a question regarding your job verification stuff. So when you say job background verification, I mean, what do you exactly mean by that?
When do I? Okay. So first of all, do you know how are you going to go to the job market? How many experience you are going to provide in your resume?
Yeah, I heard it's gonna be 8 years.
Yeah, 7 to 8 years.
Yeah, 7 to
Right?
8 years. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Now, when you crack the interview, the interviewer is not going to ask you anything about your, he is not going to ask you, why did you work? Give me the references or anything. He will ask you questions, and if you can answer his questions, if you thinks like, if you think like if he thinks like you can do the job, he will hire you. But now you pass the interview, then they will send you to the background verification check team. And those background verification check team or screening company is going to review your resume. In your resume, you are showing 8 years of experience, 2 years in TD Bank, 2 years in or 4 years in Bank of America, and 2 years in insurance company, right? So they are going to contact with them, and they are going to ask about you. Are you really working? Did you really work there? Is your experience is real time? Those things, and they are going to ask you some pay stuff, like if you have worked, you definitely have pay stuff from a real time employer. So those things, verification of those things is called professional background check, and another verification is criminal background check. I think everyone does that. So we are going to clear your professional background check.
Okay,
Clear?
so that means that when you put 8 years of experience, so that's going to be in our resume with a bunch of companies, that it will show that yes, we worked for them for 8 years in different companies, and when they're going to check, I mean, if they check, then I mean, it will provide that support to and to confirm that yes, that individual guy worked with that company.
Yes.
Is that right? I mean, is that right? Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Any questions, anyone? If not, okay then. Have a good night then. We will see you in the next class.
Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you.
Good night. Bye.
So are we gonna have like 2 classes per week or 1?
Yes.
2?
Yes, 2 classes in a week. I think Mr.
Okay.
Abu had a question. If you have question, you could have asked me in the voice. I didn't look at the chat. Okay. So are you going to place the candidate in their prospective area of choice? That I think you already got the answer. That is my first question. So I mean first answer. So if you select in a specific area, your job ratio will be less. It might take time. This is not in our hand. We will apply for you in all the open positions available in United States. If you filter that out, ratio will be lesser. And what is the position called? Cybersecurity engineer or programmer. So engineer and programmers are basically, they are multiple company terms them in different way. So the software or tools that is developed by some cybersecurity programmer, they are the developer of cybersecurity tools. They are called cybersecurity programmer. Sometimes they are doing the automation testing with cybersecurity. Doing the soft test or pen test with automation coding. Sometimes they're termed as automation engineer or cybersecurity automation engineer, cybersecurity engineer. Sometimes the developer is termed as that. So it depends on the requirement, what they're asking. Can I get your contact number? Yeah, definitely. You can call our office and tell them to connect with me. They will tell you to, or they will provide you my number. So just call the office number and ask my name. So my name is Shamsevan. All right. Anything else? All right. If not, then see you in the next class. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.